Hello, BookTube. Todd the Librarian here. You might have guessed that. Wait a minute. Did I drink 6 beers or only 5? I gotta ask myself a question. Do I feel lucky? I think I do. Some of the older folks might get that Eastwood reference. Otherwise, check out Eastwood Dirty Harry. It was a terrible impression, I admit that. Okay, I'm here to do a tag, which I do a lot of tags, which is fine. This is the No Disclaimers book tag, and I was tagged by Michael over at Catalyst Reads, who, as everyone knows, it's been here any amount of time that Michael creates some great tags. Here we go. If you hear anything off that way, my wife's playing Fallout 4. Might hear some grunting and swearing and stuff like that. And some gunshots. Okay, question number 1. No Disclaimers book tag. Which trope or tropes in books annoy you the most? I think there are several, but one is we're going to lose the farm if we don't get our crops in this year. And, the hero comes in, saves the farm, the woman's single for some reason, her husband died or got killed by somebody or something like that. So that's one of them, there are several. Question number 2. Which writer or writers do you feel are overrated or overhyped? I had to think about this one. To me, there are a lot of them. Most of them on the bestseller list. But I didn't want to put somebody on here that I hadn't at least read some of their stuff. I mean, some people I see what they're about and I'm like, no, not interested. So, which writer or writers do you feel are overrated, overhyped? I'm going with Danielle Steele. Reason being is I tried to read one of her novels once. I didn't care for the long paragraphs. I didn't care for her writing style. The characters, I don't know. But I mean, she's sold like 800 million copies, and according to Wikipedia, she's the best-selling author alive, which I thought it was James Patterson or Stephen King, but I don't know anymore. And she writes about relationships. She would know. She's been divorced 5 times, but don't send your henchmen, Danielle. Okay. Question number 3. What is your least favorite book or books you've read since joining BookTube? Unfortunately, it's Dying of the Light by George R.R. Martin, and I did a buddy read with Dane Cobain from over at Dane Reads, and we both had a similar experience with that book. But hopefully if we do a buddy read again, it'll be better than that one. Question number 4. A terrible ending that ruined an otherwise quality book. I'm going to go with, although it's not a great book, I still really liked it, is Thinner by Stephen King when he was writing as Richard Bachman. And, I mean, yeah, he doesn't always have cheery endings. It's rare. But that one I was like, oh man, I did all this and then this is what happens. But, I don't do spoilers, so I'm not going to tell you. Question number 5. Which fictional character do you not wish were not killed off? And this goes back to my childhood, and it's Old Yeller from the novel by, I want to say Fred Gibson. And, if you've ever seen that, I don't know if it means more if you were, if you grew up like I did or something, but boy, you'd have to read it or watch the movie. It's just pretty heart-wrenching. Question number 6. What are some of your bookish pet peeves? I dislike cardboard characters or unrealistic characters. Like, quit reading Dean Koontz because I read a couple books where the men, which if you want to be a pacifist, that's fine. I am to a certain extent. Well, that's kind of a lie. But when their woman's bitch slapping them and kneeing them and all this crap, and it's like, oh, sorry, honey. I'm like, okay. I don't have a problem with the dominant female thing, but when the guy's just, whatever. Number 7, what are some books you feel should have more recognition? Very easy answer to this one, and that would be my books. As in The Vulnerable Gods and House of the Gods, which are both available at lulu.com. Yeah, I'm into self-promotion, otherwise I wouldn't have a BookTube channel. Question number 8. What are your thoughts on censorship and banning books? Absolutely not. I can see screening books for young, for children and stuff like that. I can see that. I don't have a problem with that. But, I think for the most part, censorship should be up to the individual. And who do you tag? This is number 9. I'm going to tag CharisseAudrei, PETA over at ComfyCozyup, WhattheGemini, Bookniverse, and Mad Mystical Monk. If y'all haven't done this, go for it. And thank you so much, Michael, for tagging me. Sorry it took so long to do this, but there was some other stuff going on, like wandering in the wasteland, and well, there was some other stuff besides that. So thanks everyone for sticking around, and cheers, and I will see you later. Bye.